Minding Your Business, brought to you every Monday during the CBC Evening News at 7:55, with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you to save smart and borrow smarter.
Good evening and welcome to this first edition of Minding Your Business, where we take a hands-on approach to small, medium and large businesses in Barbados to help give you a better sense of exactly what they do and how they do it. I'm your presenter Ryan Broom, and we start this edition with a man whose signs are a common sight around the island, the grease trap man.
His real name is Romano Blenman, aka the Grease Trap Man, the owner of a company called Septic Solutions, and I recently got an opportunity to go out on a job with him, and what an experience it was. But before we get to that, I wanted to find out from Romano, of all the businesses in Barbados, why grease traps?
A desire to see a professional service. As most of us in Barbados, you call somebody, they say they come in, they never show, you know what I mean? People come, but yet you got to call somebody else to come and do it. Like most clients tell me they call people already to do jobs, and it's still, the problem haven't been solved, you understand? So that's one of the main things. And I have also been involved with septic and grease traps from about 16 years old. I did other things in my career, but from very young. Actually, my grandfather started the first septic company in Barbados in 1971 or 72. So I sat around and heard a lot of stories of these stories. So something that kind of grew into.
But the entrepreneur says that the grease traps idea was just one of many.
You know, I've failed many times. I've done chicken, pigs, I've done grass, savanna grass, I've done a bit of DVDs, I've done scrap metal. You name it, I've done a whole lot of things. And it brought me to this place because I knew how sewage works. I decided to go back to it because it's something that is always going to happen. All of us are going to continue using the bathroom. All of us will have kitchens, and there will always be problems.
But let's get back to the job at hand for the moment. After getting gloved up, we had to prise open the cover for a grease trap at the back of a St. James residence. He warned me in advance that two creatures especially love to live in grease traps. That's cockroaches and centipedes. A timely warning indeed. With that in mind, he said when the cover eventually came off, we would find out if we had to take evasive action against one or both. Fortunately, so to speak, it was scores, and I mean scores of cockroaches of every conceivable size and color. Romano explains the cockroaches and centipedes connection.
Roaches are attracted by the grease. They live in the sewage, septic tank, wells, grease trap. They feed in the grease, they eat the sewage, that's where they live. They live between our pipelines. That's why sometimes you'll find one in your sink because they're very good swimmers. They can hold their breath up to like 40 minutes or something. They're very intelligent. Yeah, go to very small space and stuff too. So a roach will come in and come to your toilet or that kind of stuff because they could come through the little you trap in there and come out, right? Now, centipedes now hunt roaches, you know, and there's a lot more things you find in grease traps. Today we only saw roaches, but there's centipedes, there's slugs, there are maggots, frogs, love them. What else in there? Millipedes, there's, the list goes on, lizards, spiders, I don't know why spiders, and funny enough, bees.
Bees? I'm just glad we didn't find any centipedes. But back on the job after brushing off cockroach after cockroach, it was time to head to the truck for the suction hose. Romano recently acquired this truck after making some sacrifices, and he says it has definitely made life a lot easier. But perhaps most importantly, the grease trap man has some important advice for householders, especially those who are quick to use acids and other harsh chemicals in their drains.
Stay away from caustic soda. I've had clients that pour caustic soda down the drain, it bubbles up, foams very nice, like a, you know, in a lab, a fake lab. And then after that, all your pipes can drop from under your sink. I've had it happen many times. All the pipe just let go, the heat, now the glue just drop. And you had to call a plumber to do all your plumbing and stuff like that. So muriatic acid, caustic soda, Drano, many of these products are not. We do stock a bacterial treatment that helps with the breaking down of grease naturally, when approved by EPD. And that's something that we stock for wells and for grease traps and stuff.
So the next time you may want to think twice before washing all that grease down your drain without a second thought. But for now, that's all for this first edition of Minding Your Business. Until next time when we mind your business, I'm Ryan Broom. Do have a good evening.
Minding Your Business, brought to you every Monday during the CBC Evening News at 7:55, With the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you to save smart and borrow smarter.